So we're going to get you started with the Dragster design lesson, and what I've done here is opened up Schoology. When I open up Schoology, let me go back a page. I'm in the Designing a Model Dragster page, and then within that I've got different lesson pages. So we're going to assume we've already gone through what you'll start with, the design rules, and then creating a 2D template. So here we are. So I've got some information here, some ideas, and what you're going to do is you're going to go into the tutorial, which I will have posted for you here, and part of that is downloading the Sketchup file. So this is the Sketchup file you're going to download. So you're going to right click and you're going to save link as, and you're going to see this downloads folders coming up as the default, and it gives you a bunch of them. I've downloaded many of them, so you can just go ahead and download or save, and it's going to come right down here. Now you'll notice that I have already put Sketchup down here on my menu bar. But I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it should go ahead and trigger SketchUp to open up. So I'm going to go ahead and start using SketchUp, and this is my blank. So basically what I'm looking at is the wooden block. I'm looking at the side view and the top view. So this is going to be the side, and this is going to be the top. Now, as far as what I need to do to get this saved, right now it's in my downloads part of the computer. So I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to put this in my documents. Now, in documents on my computer, I have a whole bunch of folders. I have one called Modular Tech, and I've got a whole bunch of things in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my last name in here, underscore, and I'm going to call it First Design. Okay. And we're going to click Save. So there it is, First Design. That way, the next day when I come in, I should be able to just go File and open up the First Design. As a matter of fact, let me show you that real quick. So I'm going to open up SketchUp again from fresh, start using SketchUp. Of course, I've used SketchUp before here, so it's not going to ask me a bunch of other things like templates. And I go to File, and there's Miller First Design. There it is. Okay, there's some things you got to worry about, like what happens if I orbit around. So if I click this button and go around, or I like to use the mouse wheel, so I click and move like this. Well, obviously that's not the look I want, so I have to make sure that my Views menu is open. Right click, I usually go through this in class, but right click and Views, that's the one I want. So you can see it disappeared, and now right click and left click bring it up. So if I hit that little front view button, then it's going to bring me to where I want. And then we always talk about the zoom extent, so that's going to bring you there. All right, so now here's a quick little tutorial on how we're going to actually create the drawing. So this is our very first draft, and I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. That's why there's a pause button, so make sure you use that. All right, so I like to use keyboard shortcuts, L for line, or this line tool right here, and I'm going to draw my little axle holes here. So the marks, I'm going to click and click again, and then I'm going to hit my space bar to get that line tool off for a minute. I'm going to hit L for line again, and I'm going to make a line here. So I'm going to hit space bar again. I'm going to put my two marks here. Now, that line would be okay, but I don't have a crosshair. So you're going to hear me talking about crosshairs, and I'm going to zoom in with my mouse wheel. I'm going to click and click again, hit space bar, and I'm going to hit L for line, click and click again there, L for line. Okay, so now I hit this to get back to my main screen, or my default screen, and so I've got that. So now I'm going to hit L again. I'm going to go click there, and you notice that it snaps to my side right there. Okay, and then I'm going to do that again here, and like that. Now it's going to probably fill in here, no problem. I just go ahead and hit spacebar for my selection tool, click that arrow, or click that area, and hit delete, and now I've got nothing in there. So what this is all about is making sure that I have a very, very clear indication of where my axle is going to go through the body from the top view. All right, so now I'm going to draw my profile. Now my profile is the side view. So I like to use arcs. So this is the arc tool. If I go A for arc, I'm going to go ahead and click where I want it to start, and I'm going to go right up over here, and I'm going to click there. And what that does is that gives me a starting and an ending point, and you can see that it has a very you can vary your curve a lot. Well, you don't want something like that. We want a very streamlined design. So I'm going to click there. So there's that. I'm going to click on this again, and I'm going to bring it up over about there. And let's see, I like to zoom in a little bit to get some detail right about there. Oh, segments, number of segments is too large. Okay, well, it doesn't like that. All right, so let's try a line tool then. So I'm going to go straight line, like about there. I'm going to get an arc tool again, A for arc, start here, end up about there. Now, if I did this, let me just show you real quick. The problem with that is I would cut into this area where I am going into, that's an empty area. We're going to drill that space out for our tube. So I'm going to Control Z, Z as in zebra, to get rid of that. And I'm going to leave my arc tool up. I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here, and then we're going to bring that up like that. Okay. And then I'm going to hit the line tool, click, and there we go. So I've got that. Now, I'm panning around here. That's this button right here. My shortcut I like a lot is you hold down the Shift key, and we usually go over this in class 2, and press the mouse wheel down, and that's going to move you around while you're holding Shift. All right, again, back to my zoom extents, and it brings me back to this menu. Okay, cool. So I've got that. Now, again, you know, I'm going through this fast, but I'm going to hit an arc tool, and I'm going to make sure that I'm at my widest point here and here. So I go ahead and click here, and notice how that kind of snaps right there. And I'm going to click there, and tangent to edge. Now, this thing is really smart. It kind of knows where I want to draw. So I'm going to go right across from here. Let's see. Let's try this here. Let's go here. And we're going to go there on edge, and yep, right there. Kind of snapped it right tangent to edge. Good. So I've got a nice symmetric view here. I'm going to do the same thing here. Click and click. Whoops. Right there. Let's see. Go right about here to there and there. We'll do the same thing in the back. Just kind of eyeballing this here. I want it to be kind of like that. All right, go like that. Oop, doesn't like that. Okay, we'll go arc again. And let's go here. Okay, and then we'll go to here. Again, I'm just going through this very fast. 3 clicks to make an arc, and then I'll do a little arc back here too. 1, 2, 3. Click, and I'll zoom in here to get that, and click. You know it's good when it turns light blue. All right. Cool. So now all I have to do is select these, or select my line tool, and I'm going to go ahead and connect these dots. Click, and click, and click, and click. All right. So this is a little bit off here, but we get the general idea. Oh, by the way, File, Save. All right, cool. I did a lot of work here. I don't want to lose it. All right, final step for the rough draft. Here we go. So the final step for the rough draft, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the paint bucket tool, and we're going to zoom back out. And I'm going to select, if the paint bucket tool or colors are not up, just go ahead and select colors here, and it's going to bring up all the colors of the rainbow. So we're just going to scroll down here, and we're going to get to a lightish medium gray. All right, so I'm going to click here, click here, click here, click here, and I'm going to keep going around until I fill in all the spots I'm going to cut out, just like that. Okay, so that's my first draft. That is ready to be checked in. So you're going to come up to me and show me what you've done here. You can either create this exact model, or you can do something of your own design. But this is the first draft I want to see, or something like it. That'll tell me that you have watched the tutorial and you understand, at least on a basic level, how to draw using SketchUp, at least at this level. So this is what you want to check in for your first draft.